don't have to self-destruct to succeed. I'm Laura Jane Grace, and this is my breakthrough story. This was a tree, right? This was a living thing once, and the purpose it serves now as an instrument is like containing energy and conveying energy. Each guitar you come across, like, you have a different connection with. I really do think that guitars have souls.
I think it's time that I give up the ghost. With the spirit gone, I'll be what I fear the most. An empty vessel, just machine at the most.
I started playing guitar when I was 8 years old, and I saved up money mowing lawns to buy an acoustic guitar out of a Sears catalog, waited a month for it to arrive in the mail. At the time, I had grown my hair long, and my general group of friends at school were like the freaks or whatever, and it was kind of beautiful how diverse my friend group was, because it wasn't just punk kids. There were like 3 or 4 punk kids, then there's a couple goth kids, and then there was the skater kids, and then there's like the kids who just wore like capes, or like whatever, they just didn't fit in.
I'm not done, and I'm standing.
I had all these feelings that I didn't necessarily understand myself even, or know what I was going through, and was just trying to work that out. I completely use songwriting as like a coping mechanism with life. I'd say like 90% of the songs start with lyrics. What makes a song unique is the emotion behind it, the sentiment being expressed, the way it's delivered.
Just machine at the most, but I think it's...
I kind of prefer to take that approach, and I know that if I'm sitting down and I can fill up like a normal notebook size piece of paper, top to bottom with lyrics, I know there's a song in that. It's hard for me to be like, I'm gonna sit down right now, I'm gonna write a song that is anti-war. It is more like I have to go through an experience that then triggers that, I think that that's really important to creativity and to writing good songs, is knowing that you're connecting to a truth, something that you know is true. When I was 14 years old, I had a politicizing moment where I was arrested, and I was beat up by like 10 police officers. They kicked me around, slammed me into the pavement, hog-tied me, carried me around like a suitcase, told me they were gonna kill me, and I was charged with battery on an officer, resisting arrest with violence, charged as an adult, convicted, and it was just like an eye-opening moment for me as a young teenager, and my whole face was just like completely covered in road rash, and I got beat up.
All dressed up and nowhere to go.
Feeling like wronged by the system, and experiencing that firsthand, it coincided with the music I was listening to, and that really led me down the path of the more politically minded punk bands. Politics of anarchism and politics of inclusion, anti-racism, anti-homophobia, anti-transphobia, having inclusive spaces. And while I was not comfortable with my own identity at the time, all those things offered outlets to me where I felt there was some room for expression, at least. The bands that were like the English peace punk bands, and even some of the American anarchist punk bands, there was an acoustic element to it, right? And playing the acoustic guitar in a punk context, it seemed like rebelling against punk in those ways.
God bless your transsexual hearts.
I know that if there was an emergency, if my house were burning down or something, if there was one thing I would grab, it would be an acoustic guitar, because I would know that, okay, I can support myself. This is my livelihood. I can write a song on this, and this is all I need. I don't even need all 6 of the strings. I could do it with the low E, and as long as I got that, I'll be fine. I could be stranded in a foreign country and not know a single other person, and if I have an acoustic guitar, I'm fine. I could start over, square one, and I would be able to rebuild my life. But I can't really think of any other thing that I own that is similar in that way.
visions of autonomy. You want me to surrender my identity. I was a teenage anarchist. The revolution was a lie. Do you remember?
It's not about staying true to punk rock. It's about staying true to yourself. That's what punk rock teaches you. I will forever have these crass lyrics burned into my soul, which are, be exactly who you want to be. Do what you want to do. All you need is like 3 chords, a backbeat, and the truth. I don't know, that's just me.
When you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire. When you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire. I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist.